Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
Imagine what's possible when learning doesn't get in the way of life. At Capella University, our game-changing FlexPath learning format lets you set your own deadlines so you can learn at a time and pace that works for you. It's an education you can tailor to your schedule. That means you don't have to put your life on hold to pursue your professional goals. Instead, enjoy learning your way and earn your degree without missing a beat. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.
This episode of Don't Blame Me is brought to you by Away. Away makes first-class luggage at coach prices that allow you to charge your phone on the go. For $20 off your order, go to awaytravel.com/blame and use the promo code BLAME. That's awaytravel.com/blame. Promo code BLAME. I said blame. I whispered it that time, but it's blame. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Don't Blame Me with me, Megan Ranks. And today is a very exciting episode. First of all, hello to all of the fans of the person who is the guest, which is why you've found this podcast. Okay, and Leo Howard is here.
Hi, guys. You can't see it, but I'm smiling.
He is smiling. It's a
Ear to ear.
It's a creepy smile. But yeah, we're very excited. We have our first guest today. So thanks for coming.
Oh, thank you. I'm stoked. This is my first time on a podcast.
Yeah.
And I am honored to be on yours.
I'm very glad.
Sarcasm was just dripping.
It's dripping. And I feel like I really do need to go over with everybody what this podcast is about, because Leo also doesn't
And
really
me.
know what this podcast is about.
She was like, come over. I was like, all right. Hey.
Well, together with Jack Ferry. Sup, Jack Ferry?
Hi, Megan. I'm back from the dead.
You are back from the dead. I was going to be like Mel, and then I realized like Mel doesn't have a mic in front of her today.
Well, yeah, we're using up all of our channels today because we have a guest.
Whoa.
Welcome, Leo.
I'm so flattered. Thanks, guys.
But if Mel has something important to say, I will gladly share the mic because we both have the same cold virus right now.
Oh, yeah. And I hugged both of you. So if I get sick.
Oh, it's inevitable. Just get it over with. That's what I say.
No.
Arden gave it to us, and we're giving it to you.
Arden Rose. Arden Rose.
Oh, that Arden.
Well, yeah, so this podcast is an advice podcast. And yes, get excited. Leo loves issuing advice to people and just talking.
I love assuming that everyone wants to hear my opinion.
Me too.
It's my favorite thing.
That's why I started this podcast.
Wait, it's an advice podcast. How, pray tell, do people get your advice?
Oh, what a really, really great natural segue. I also have the phone number pulled up on my phone too.
Professionals.
I am a unprofessional professional. Basically, how you guys get advice from me is by leaving a voicemail at the phone number 310-694-0976. Again, you leave a voicemail at 310-694-0976. It's going to be fun. We got voicemails.
Wait,
international
what
callers.
if you're an international caller?
So glad
Plus
you asked
one.
that. No, that's
Don't
not
you? Isn't
what
that how that
You
works? You
could-
just add +1
Actually,
to
you
any
could.
number?
You could, but I think some people don't have international calling plans, and so we
Got
got.
And they don't like me that much to pay that much money.
We got complaints.
Yeah, they were like,
I see.
I'm going broke and no one's giving me advice. So if you are an international caller, you can record a voice memo of your dilemma, your question, your predicament, and then you save that and then email it to us at meganpodcast@gmail.com.
You did it.
Wow.
Before we get into it, for the few of you listeners out there who don't know Leo, how do you guys know each other?
Leo and I know each other because let's say we do.
It's always past tense. Why do we say
I know,
it past tense?
I don't know why we say it past tense.
It's still on.
We do a show together called Freakish, which is on Hulu. It's a Hulu original. And our second season is actually coming out on
It is.
October 18th.
I didn't like you when we first met.
No. Do you want to tell that story?
Yeah, that's my favorite
It's his
story
favorite
to
story to tell. It's like, hey, what's the story about when I hated Megan for
No, it's just
3
like,
days.
you know, you always want everyone you work with to be extremely professional and like, you know, first impressions. First
I already
impressions
like where
are
this is going.
key. So we're all sitting around this table reading. We're sitting there and supposed to start on the dot. It was like 11 or something like that.
Oh, I know
And
this story.
11:10 goes by, nothing. we're still waiting on this character. Everyone's like, oh, it's Megan, Zoe. She's playing Zoe. Megan's here. Like 30 minutes goes by, nothing. So we just start the table read. And then Megan comes rushing in. Sorry, guys, I'm here. And she has cookies. And the story was that she had run out of gas on the first day of work. And they called a PA to bring her gas.
No. You're messing up the story.
This is my
It's
story.
worse.
No, this is my
Okay,
story.
fine,
This is my story.
fine,
No,
fine.
wait, how's it worse?
Because actually, I like yours better because it makes me seem like a less terrible person. So you keep going with yours.
Great. So she ran out of gas. They had a PA bring her gas. And wait, that didn't work. Something didn't work. And he had to drive you. And your car got towed or something like that, right?
Okay, my car never got towed, but you're very close. I got in the car, and I didn't have gas, but I didn't realize I didn't have gas, and then it was like, oh, I've passed the warning signs.
She's one of those people that's like, I know my car.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
my
yeah,
car's
yeah.
got this under control.
And my car did
Like,
not.
We're on
have
E,
it.
but like I got another 30, 40 miles.
And I
at
think I
least.
remember this is like you had to drive to the middle of nowhere for
Oh,
this reading,
that was
right?
that was the issue where I'm
Right.
like, I'll be
Canoga Park.
fine, and then I'm like, oh, this is Canoga Park. This
far.
is like 37 miles away.
Oh, that's
like,
far, yeah.
oh no. And the issue is when I finally found a gas station, because there were no gas stations for an extended period of time, I realized that not only did I not have gas, I didn't have my wallet.
Oh, that's
So
right.
I had to call production, and they had to come and they had to buy me gas. And then
First day of work. Like, I
First
hadn't met
day.
anyone. So this is my first impression of Megan is
Wow.
hearing like about
and it's
all
like
of this.
and it's not an accurate impression of me.
No, it couldn't be more opposite. So yeah, she walked in. I was like, oh, here she is. So she runs out of gas. Oh, but she had time to bake cookies.
And
So
you
that
also
was a
didn't
big
think I
thing.
baked them. You were like, this bitch probably went to a
stopped
bakery.
and yeah, exactly. And then we started working together, and yeah, we're
then
now
we were friends.
best friends. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's got a happy ending.
I know.
like
When did you
that.
start when did you start liking me
I don't
as a
actually
friend?
remember. I don't actually remember. It's just one of those things that she makes the most aggressive jokes on set, and it's shocking. Like it's jarring for yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a bit contagious.
I'm an acquired taste.
Yeah, it's a vulgar sense of humor, which
And we
I
got along well.
tend to love. And then we became friends, and the rest is history. We're second season in, and it's a fun show. And,
is.
Yeah.
It comes out on the 18th. We're very
Sweet.
excited
So
yeah.
set your
yeah.
alarm clocks to
Mhm.
October
Yeah.
to
18th.
stream it
Yeah.
only on Hulu,
Right?
I think so.
I believe so. And so, you're a fan of her raunchy humor, but you are in for a treat.
Yes.
yeah.
He asked me before. He's like, "How censored is this?" And I was like,
Megan.
not
It's
at
Megan.
all."
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
like-
mean, I didn't even know why I asked that because it's Megan.
Yeah,
No.
it's TVMA.
Oh,
You
what
can-
does that mean?
It means you can do whatever
Mature
you
audience.
It used to be
Yeah.
X-rated back in like the 90s,
But then it got too porno-y.
pre-Leo.
Yeah, he's a child.
Yeah, you can now say whatever you want on
Get
this
ready.
podcast.
Your girlfriend is sitting at this table though, so I would not say anything.
That's
you
why
want.
I'm like silent. I'm just kind of, hey guys.
No.
No.
It's okay. We got it. We got it.
Well, what do you say we dive in? What do you say?
I'm so ready.
I can't wait to give my advice.
All right, let's do
Let's
it.
start. Let's get the first call.
Hey, Megan. So I wanted to see if you could help me out with something. I've been in a band with one of my really good friends who I've actually kind of had feelings for a long time. And during one of our sessions, I wrote this song, which technically was about him and how I felt about him, which I think he might have figured it out because he started hinting a lot about how he likes the song and how relatable it is, and kept pushing me to tell him who the song was about until I finally did, and I chickened out and didn't really want to make him uncomfortable about it, so I ended up taking it back, and upon me doing that, he just kind of continued being he seemed kind of hurt about it. Cut to now where I'm now living with him and he's my roommate, and things have just gotten so awkward from the place where we were really good friends into now where I don't even talk to him and I spend most of my day in my room because I don't really know how he feels about it or how I will feel about the situation. So because I don't want it to be awkward, I just don't talk to him at all. And I do see that he tries sometimes to start the conversation, but I don't really know how to get through this. So I'm trying to see what kind of advice you could give me on how we could either continue being friends or if we should even talk about the situation.
That's complicated.
It's complicated. So, just to get this straight, because I couldn't really hear the first half. He has romantic feelings for his friend. Bandmate. That's what I missed.
Yep.
Got it. Oh.
And wrote a song about his
Yep.
bandmate. And his bandmate was like, I like the song. I think it's really relatable. Who's the song about?
Yes.
And I guess he
right.
said it was about him and then was like, no, I take it back. It's not. And now
and
they're
it's a little
roommates.
weird. Yeah.
and now they're roommates.
Yeah, what the
how
hell?
did that happen?
How
it's
does that
really
happen?
difficult living with someone under a circumstance like that. Like, one, it's difficult to live with somebody in general.
Mhm.
But with that awkward kind of tension, it's got to be really awkward and difficult. You feel like you don't really have a safe place, you know?
Yeah, that's why you're hiding in your room the whole time.
Yeah. What do you, I mean, I think in general, the way I conduct myself is I like to, I'll just say as if I'm talking to you, brother. You are who you are. And like, you know, you have these feelings and you can only deny them for so long until you feel like, you know, you're kind of living something that isn't true to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm the type of person that I'm very confrontational and I tend to want to work things out with someone if there's an awkward tension.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thought, you know?
That's my thought too. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm also I'm definitely more of like a confrontational, would rather rip the Band-Aid off and get it over
Exactly.
with than prolong it.
Yeah. In general, I mean, that's a really difficult situation. The sort of friend zone-y kind of breaking out of that is like.
And they work together. If they're in a band, that's
and that's even harder.
Yeah.
I'm in a band and I know how, you know, drama like that
Mm-hmm.
can kind of fester, and that's
Oh, so you're in love with one of your bandmates as well?
I am. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do you
Sorry,
handle?
Maddie.
How do you negotiate that?
Sorry, Maddie. It's awkward. No, it's but yeah, as a musician, I'd be like, dude, write another song about it.
I mean,
You know?
honestly, that was
Honestly.
my reaction would be like, if that was kind of a place that you obviously felt a little more confident there to admit that was about him.
Yeah.
And even though you didn't do it on the first try, you said it and then took it back. That kind of sounds like the place where you feel a little more open and about being honest. Like maybe do write a second song and then this
Yeah.
time be like, hey, that song, this is about you.
This in general, you can't apologize about how you feel because how you feel is just how you feel.
And you can't squash it
You can't
either.
yeah, exactly right. You can't change it. If it's true to you, you got to kind of live with it and roll
Mm-hmm.
with it. And yeah, so I would say you got to rip the Band-Aid off is kind of the moral of the story, isn't it?
It'll be awkward no matter what. It's either awkward now, awkward later. It'll get more awkward the longer you wait.
And also, you think about it. What's my life 10 years from now? Would I want to look back on this situation and go, man, I told him how I felt and it didn't go well? I'd rather have that happen than I never said anything and I kind of live with this situation.
Yeah, I think regardless of the timeline, it'll have the same outcome. So might as well get there quicker.
And also, props to you if you're listening, dude. I'm sure you are because your voicemail's on this. But props to you for like writing the song and then telling him.
Yeah,
like, that takes a lot of balls. That's good.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, he should call us back and let us know. how
Yeah,
it
let us
worked
know what
out.
happens.
Yeah.
Hi, Megan. I'm 16. I'm a junior, and I'm in high school. So I got asked to homecoming by a guy I've been interested in for a while. I'm super excited to go with him, and I've been looking forward to getting to know him, flirt with him, and possibly hook up with him at our after party. However, I found out that one of the other girls whom I am friends with likes him, and also plans on trying to hook up with him the same night, despite the fact that he is my date. I don't feel right claiming him, but I am worried that somebody could seriously get hurt in the situation. The guy I'm going to homecoming with told one of my close friends that the girl who likes him is mean and annoying, and that he wants to hook up with me. I don't want to hurt my friend, but I'm also really into this guy, and I'm interested in starting a relationship with him. I need your advice from a non-biased standpoint on what I should do.
Leo, if any of you heard Leo's reactions during this, oh my
His
God.
literal shout.
Yeah.
I shouted. I don't know why. It just it seemed like
it is dramatic. It's also there's something really nice about other people's drama.
Yeah.
That you like.
I'll
No
tell you
offense,
what.
I'm not that invested in. Like I can still sleep at night.
And also, like, I not that I'm like so much older, but I remember when I was 16, things like this, it's so stressful.
Oh, yes.
And it really is. And I feel for you because this is, everyone goes through situations like this, but the classic triangle.
The classic.
Oh, I'm so glad
the
you
classic
asked.
triangle where two parts are into each other and
Yeah.
one part is like, I don't like this. I want you to like me.
Yeah. I've had situations in the past where I had the conversation. I had a guy friend that we both had a crush on the same girl.
Yeah.
And we were like, we made the agreement. We're like, you know what? Neither one of us are going to go there because it'll mess up our friendship.
Yeah.
And then he ended up going there, and then I went.
I
So
would too.
it was one of those things, and so that doesn't work because like we're people, and like sexually we want what we want, and it's just. I mean, talking about I'm gonna go for it, even though it says nothing about how I feel about you as a friend.
Yes.
But no, it's a very difficult situation. But you know what I would do? I would talk to your friend about it, and I would hook up with the guy anyway.
I would too.
I mean, just life's about making experiences.
And here's my thing. This is what I feel like doesn't get factored in so much is the fact that he has an opinion too. Like if he's not into your friend.
No, he doesn't have a choice.
But shut the fuck up. I mean, he's not into your friend. He's into you. So if it means.
I mean, he's a guy. Let's be honest here.
Okay, but if he can have his pick between the two girls.
He's
he
going to
picks
have
her.
both.
No, he's not going to have both. Let her have a fun homecoming.
At the same time?
At the
Of
same
course,
time.
come on now.
Oh,
if he's good, he'll hook it up.
Okay. Well, dear God. Okay, we're on her side. Feminism, okay?
I agree, but I'm saying that like if he's slick, him and
No, but I mean, like
it'll be a
if
happy
he's
event.
going to homecoming with this one girl, that means if with you who called, then he's into you and he likes you.
Absolutely.
And I don't think that it's not your responsibility to like preserve your friend's feeling of heartbreak from that guy because that he likes you, not her. And if you choose to not go out with him, that doesn't mean he's going to like her.
Correct. And there's also that being said, there is a proper way to go through the situation. Like, obviously, you're not going to want to rub it in your friend's face, like, oh, look who I'm going out with, But if you're going to do it, there's sort of like a polite way to do it. And that would be what I would say.
Yeah, I wouldn't make out in front of her and him on the
and
dance
also,
floor.
I would have a conversation before. That's all. Like, hey, I know you like him, but hey, he likes me. I'm obviously the better choice.
No. But I mean, if you both have a crush on him and it's both kind of known, I will also say too, one time, I didn't make okay, whatever. I one time had a friend being in the situation where a guy and I liked each other and one of my friends liked him and was like, I don't want you guys to date. And I was kind of like, fuck it. I don't care. We're not that close. I'm going to still hook up with this guy and date him. And then he was like, no, I don't think we should because of this. And now looking back on it, I'm not friends with either of them. And the fact that this made me stay up for like 3 days straight stressing about this. I'm like, I'm not friends with this girl. I'm not friends with this guy. Why was this such a headache? Yeah. I think you just have fun in your homecoming and other people's happiness is not your responsibility in this situation.
On a different subject, Megan and my girlfriend both make jokes about me that I am a total dad. And this is that part of me. I'm listening to this conversation and I'm like,
you're scared she's getting pregnant?
No, I'm like, if this is my daughter, I'm like, I don't want my daughter to be talking about hooking up with some guy. Like, you're 16, that you should be in school studying. Like, this isn't.
She gets to let loose.
She should be in school
Absolutely.
studying.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
like
go to
16.
homecoming. Leo Howard wants you to study and watch Kicking It.
Come on now. I mean, when I was 16, I would have done the same thing.
Have fun at homecoming.
I hope it goes awesome.
Yeah, tweet us pictures. I want to see. I want to see your date too.
Yeah.
Tell us if you hook up.
Yeah, please.
Also, use a condom if you're going to have sex.
Please, I was just going to say, wrap it up. Make him wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Make him wrap it up. Yeah.
Or just make out.
Nah.
Wow, you're a bad influence.
Horrible. I'm like the devil and the angel. Like, I'm like, no, in one hand, you're 16. You shouldn't be doing this. The other hand, like, wrap it up. Have fun.
Wrap it up.
Use this trick. No, sorry.
Gross. Okay, on to the next call.
So I'm 18 years old, and I need some boyfriend advice. I've been dating my boyfriend for like around 3 years, and he's the only person I've ever had sex with, ever. He took my virginity. It's good stuff. I really like being with him. But I'm just kind of worried that I'm going to live my whole life without having sex with anyone else, and I'm kind of just worried I'm never going to be able to experiment. And my issue is, like, I've tried to be open about asking him if he's more open to letting me do things like that, but he's very like, that's cheating, that's bad, and I agree, but I don't know what to do, so I just need some advice.
This is particularly hard because this is one of those things that, when you're in the moment, it's like, you're 18 years old or however you're young, it feels like, this is it. Exactly. And 20 years down the road, you look back and you go, wow, my life, I've had so much happen. So, what do you think? I want to hear what you think first, and then I'll give my opinion.
Here's what I'd say. As somebody who knock on wood, fucking hope I end up with my boyfriend forever. I mean,
absolutely. Well, I would hope you wouldn't be in it unless, you were
that's
totally
kind of
committed.
Where I'm at in my life with this relationship, where I'm like, we're kind of end game in that sort of mentality.
All of your eggs are in that
All
basket.
of my eggs are in that basket. Don't fuck it up. But I don't know if he was the first person that I ever dated. I would be ready for that. So even though that like I would consider him like I don't fucking hate the word like soulmate and all that stuff. I don't even really like necessarily think that's real, but I think like the person you end up being with is because you meet them at a certain point in your life and they're at a certain point in their life. And I think like sexuality and experimenting with stuff and feeling confident and comfortable with that is important. So important. If I was like 18 and Mats was the only guy I had ever dated, I don't know if he would be the person that I would want to end up with.
It wouldn't be the same because your life
I'd
experience
be a totally different person.
Mats has set you up for this relationship now. And I hear people talk about that where they go, if I'd have met this person at, 15 years old, I would be with him. And I go, that's not true at all because your entire life sets you up for where you are.
And what you're attracted to, what you're interested in, what you value in the person.
What you appreciate, what you value, like things that you appreciate about that person, you may not necessarily appreciate if you hadn't had another situation happen to you.
Yeah.
But that being said, if you have a sort of, if you're having these thoughts, if you're with this person and you're having a sort of frustration about not getting out there and you want to experience other things, that's okay. That's completely human, and that's normal, especially for someone that you've put all your eggs in this one basket for your life so far. This is the guy that you've been with, so it's totally natural to want to experiment and want to have fun. And I wouldn't deny that. I mean, you've had the conversation with him, and like, he's not crazy for being like, no, I don't want you to do that because that's cheating. Like,
But I think if you're having those feelings of wanting to be with other people and you're feeling
it's not a good sign.
No, that's kind of where I think if those feelings naturally, if you're like, if this is the last person I'm going to sleep with, all that stuff.
But that being said, like
the grass is always greener.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You have nothing to compare it to. And I understand that that's where she's at. And that's,
but I think difficult. It's either you don't kind of take some time in separation and you're going to feel resentment for like the what if, like,
correct.
What if I missed out on all this other stuff? And then there's also a chance that if he ends up being the guy that you want to be with forever and everything like that, and it's supposed to end up be together, then you'll end up being together and he'll be able to get over at this time period that you need.
My recommendation would be to take a little break.
Yeah.
That would be what I would say. I mean, speaking as a guy, it's not necessarily as a guy, but for me, like commitment's really scary.
Yeah.
Like it's a scary thing. And you're never, I mean, in my opinion, I'm not really sure until I dive in that I go, oh, this was a good decision. You know what I mean? And so, I would say take a break. And I mean, you can't let life pass you by. If you're really wanting to experience these things, you got to, and you've got to try all this. And you know what, if it's there if you wrap back around and you really want it to be there, if it's there, great. If it's not, you move on and it just makes you a stronger person. And it just adds to that little bank of life experience that we all pull from, and we can be a better person for it.
Yeah. Oh, good one. Plus, I mean, if you love him and you really care about him, it's not fair to him if you're like trying to be like, oh, I want to fuck other dudes.
Exactly. If you're looking around, and that's not necessarily fair to him because
no, not at all. You wouldn't want him doing that to you.
I wouldn't want my girlfriend to be like, no, I have eyes for all these. I'd be like, that bothers me. Yeah, that bothers me a lot.
I would advise a little bit of a break and have some you time.
And on the other hand, honey, have fun. Yeah. Life is short.
God, the shit I did at 18. Oh, God. Yeah.
I know some of the shit you did at 18.
You do know some of the shit I did. Mats wouldn't date me back then. No. I wouldn't date me back then.
That's also the other thing is that's necessary. I mean, I wouldn't say this is my opinion only. Like, I think it's necessary to have other experiences to build life experience and a skill set.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, guys, we are going to take a quick break and we will be back. Thank you so much to Away for supporting our podcast. Away makes affordable, high-quality suitcases that charge your phone and start at just $225. By cutting out the middleman, Away is able to offer the perfect luggage made with high-quality materials at a much lower price. I mean, seriously, guys, have you ever tried to find luggage that doesn't cost you, like, your liver or, like, your first 3 children that you haven't had yet? It's crazy expensive, but Away is not expensive. Also, it's chic and aesthetically pleasing. They've designed the perfect suitcase to make your travel experiences stress-free, which is impressive because I am a ball of anxiety and stress all the time. And you put me on an airplane and I'll be real, that doesn't go away. Kind of just amplifies. But it has 2 USB ports and a high-capacity battery that allows you to charge multiple devices on the go. What does that mean for all of you I mean, all of you are like hip, cool kids who knows what like devices are. They're not like, they're phones, guys. Talking about phones, tablets, laptops, etc. You never have to worry about a dead phone or fighting for an outlet at the airport. No, there won't be a bloodbath at LAX. You don't have to get angry at anybody because you have your own thing. And you can just charge your phone. Well, all of your friends, they don't have charges. And you're like, yeah, guess who can watch funny cat videos the entire day? It's me. It's ultra durable, yet lightweight, made with premium impact-resistant German polycarbonate. Polycarbonate, good job. You made it strong. The Germans did it. They killed it. It's great. I say this because I feel like it's a sturdy, strong suitcase. It's a smooth ride in any direction. 4 360-degree spinner wheels that won't get stuck or break. So you can do that fancy thing with your luggage where you can spin it in circles and you can be that person who's like walking through being like, oh, I don't have to lean my suitcase. It can roll just straight up. It's impressive. You look nifty. You look like you travel a lot and you have an important job with a very cool boss. Their theft-proof, TSA-approved lock combination built in keeps your belongings safe, and even overpackers like me can fit everything they need with a patent-pending interior compression system that tightly buckles in bulky items. Like your friend who couldn't afford a ticket, you just stuff them in your suitcase, and you're perfect. Away comes in 4 sizes carry-on, the bigger carry-on, the medium, and the large, and multiple color options. You got a 100-day risk-free trial period. If you decide it's not for you, return it for a full refund. And guess what? They're not going to ask you any questions. They're going to be like, all right, son, you good. That's fine. And it comes with a life warranty. If anything breaks, Away will fix it or replace it for life. Do you know how many things I wish I had a life warranty on? Like so many other things. But my suitcase? Heck yes. I'm a huge fan of this suitcase. I'm actually getting ready to go on a trip soon and I'm going to bring it with me and I can't wait. I'm so excited because I'm not going to have to charge my phone at one of those outlets. It's cute. It's perfect. It's a great compact size. And it looks different enough that I'm going to be able to pick it up when I go get it from the Carousel of Doom. It's no longer going to be the Carousel of Doom because I'm going to recognize my luggage because it's cute. And it's like electricity charged. It's not electricity charged. That's like the wrong sciencey term. But I don't know. I feel like it's cooler than the other ones. It's smarter than the other suitcases. Plus, you guys can get free shipping anywhere in the lower 48 states. Away is a special offer just for listeners of this show. So give them some mad kudos because you gonna get some deals. Score yourself some deals. For $20 off your order, go to awaytravel.com/blame and use the promo code BLAME at checkout. That's awaytravel.com/blame, promo code BLAME. Woo! Get your flight on. Get your flight on. Okay, guys, we are back with the next call.
Yeah.
Hey, Megan. My name is I'm 15 years old, and I have a bit of a situation. I was seeing this guy, and I'll be blunt, I sucked his dick, and months later, after things had fizzled away, and, we're both blocked on each other's phones, like it's irrelevant, I found out he has a girlfriend, and had a girlfriend, and I was suicidal. A bunch of people in my life keep telling me I need to tell her, and it's wrong of me not to, but I personally don't want to get in the drama. I don't want all of that. But what do you think I should do? Should I tell her? Or should I just keep it a secret?
Guess you be sucking the wrong dick.
I just hope everyone knows that Leo looked at me and was like, I'm going to talk first. I'm going to talk first. I'm like, okay, say what you're going to say.
We have to have you back on.
Say what you need to say. I would love it. Oh, so I actually, she mumbled through it and I looked at 15. Megan and she was like, suck dick.
Yeah, I was mirroring sucking a dick because Leo was like, wait, what did she do?
Air blowjob. Yeah.
Air blowjob. Everyone's fake. Everyone.
She gave me the air blowjob on air. No.
I think it's called an air job.
It's air job. Okay.
Steve Jobs.
Honestly, we said she's 15, right? Oh, good. That's better than I thought. She said 13. I was like, what are you doing at 13?
Yeah,
sucking dick.
Badly. That's what you're doing. If
poorly,
you're sucking dick at 13, you're doing it badly.
Poorly. I think I have a really fucked up opinion on this.
You're saying don't tell.
Yeah. I mean,
I know you would say that.
Just because things have a way of working themselves out and situations like that, they do work out. And if you're cheating, it has a way of coming to the forefront. And
you're saying she shouldn't tell
I don't think she should.
His current and then girlfriend.
Here's the thing. If I was in that situation, I have been. Where
Wait,
you are.
where in
I'm
the
sorry, you're
situation
still
were you
in the microphone as you're like, if I've been in the situation.
No, I know.
Hang on. Where were you in that situation?
I was the person.
You were.
I was the wait, how do you say?
You were the side hoe?
This person, yes, I
Yeah,
was.
he
No,
was
this
the
person was cheating on their significant other with me.
Yeah,
and
you
I
were the
didn't know
side
it.
hoe.
And I didn't know it. I mean, I kind of knew it, but which is messed up. I'm sorry, but like,
Did you know or did you not know?
No,
I did
okay.
not know. Well, Megan said,
Shut the fuck up. Here's the thing. You did not know, and then you knew, and then you were like,
she didn't. It's not my business.
that was it. That was the whole thing.
It makes me a horrible person.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't make you a horrible person.
Well, what do you think, Megan?
Here's what I would say. I think so. I've had a friend who's the girlfriend in this situation, and my opinion would have been 100% with Leo on this if I hadn't had known a friend in the situation where she had this. But I'm also still. So my friend knew this girl. No, my friend had her boyfriend. This girl came out of the woodwork and said that he was cheating on her with him, but she didn't know this girl. So there isn't a reason for her to know or trust that this person is telling the truth. So I think that's kind of where it's hard. If you don't have a relationship with this girl, there isn't necessarily any reason for her to believe you. And you're kind of like you're saying, you're kind of inserting yourself into someone else's drama, which I don't think is necessarily healthy. And yes, it's going to come out no matter what. But I think if you do feel guilty about it, if you're like in the same friend circle or something like that, I think for sure. But I would try. Before you say anything to her, I would try and feel out the situation as a whole and see if she has any idea. Like if she has any suspicion that her boyfriend might be like not faithful to her or something like that. Because if you're just dropping a bomb as like a rando girl who's like, hey, nice to meet you. My name's, you didn't say, pretend your name's Mackenzie. Hi, my name's Mackenzie. I sucked your boyfriend's dick 6 months ago, kind of a thing. And you've like this girl's never met you before.
By the way, that's just a great icebreaker.
It is. That's how I meet everyone at parties. There's some people who think my name is Mackenzie. Hi, my name's Mackenzie and I sucked your boyfriend's dick. Nice to meet you.
Specifically 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
Wait, also, it's like, it's a blowjob. It's like a handshake in some places. Right?
Ooh, Maddie is not happy.
I really wish I didn't bring my girlfriend.
No, Maddie's chill. Maddie walked into my apartment and saw.
Shake my hand, baby?
Ew. She saw
Not
I have a
now.
poster that says pussy, and I was like, this is how I know we can be friends. She liked it.
Yeah, I would listen on this. This is one. Listen to Megan because
No, but I get what you mean.
Also, just so
I'm with
everyone
you on
knows,
that.
I come to Megan for all of my advice. So I don't know actually why I'm here.
No, we come to each other. I will be like, am I being
yeah.
crazy? Am I being psycho?
Yeah, I'll be
But
like, yeah,
yeah,
being
you
crazy,
are
being
always.
psycho, yeah.
That's what I would say. I think if you don't have a relationship with a girl, it's just going to cause more drama. But I also think it is such a personal thing. If you were in this situation, would you want someone to tell you? Like, would you want someone? I know if it was me, honest to God, if some girl, if like Mott's ever cheated on me, first of all, so help fucking him because I will unleash the wrath.
I would be angry at him, but I would want to protect him because I'd be terrified.
I think all of my friends would not
Mott, you can
side
come
with
stay with
Mott's.
me, bro.
They would honestly be like, dude, okay, we got to come with a plan. She's going to fucking kill you. But I think in that situation, I would want someone to tell me. I would, as opposed to finding out on my own. If someone was going to tell me, I'd want to know.
But you know your situation, though. That's
Exactly.
that's the only thing. Is
she would know hers.
you
better
don't
than me.
necessarily know this girl's situation
Yeah.
and the dynamic of their relationship. They could have been on a break. They
Yeah.
could have been
Oh,
like you just don't. I'm just saying you don't know
we
the
were
deep.
on a break.
That's true. I mean,
That was
I've made out with
But that's the thing.
people
You
before
don't
when
know.
they've had
that's
girlfriends.
my point. Is you don't know. I mean, for all you know, she's aware of that.
Yeah.
And
It's open or-
you suddenly inserting yourself into the middle of their dynamic could potentially embarrass this person.
Yeah.
Or it could.
And you.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like what exactly do you have to gain besides just like, you know, you're making a lot of assumptions about this girl saying like, I want to let her know in case she doesn't know. Maybe she does know. And they moved past it. Maybe she does know and she's cool with it.
Or
there are listen, I'm just saying there's a lot of assumptions we're making here because they're living, we assume, a traditional heterosexual couple, but like there are people who have dynamics. I'm just saying, like, there's like, I've got gay friends, for instance, where it's just like, that's not a big deal in their relationship.
It's a handshake, essentially.
Effectively. It's like, but I'm just saying, and then there are I have other friends who are in relationships where that would be completely uncool.
Course, yeah.
You don't know their dynamic, and to make that assumption and insert yourself, all you know is you had a thing with this guy. That thing is now over. So it's kind of, his other relationship is kind of none of your business.
It's an intrusive situation, but this is an intrusive show.
It is.
So
my feeling would be to talk to him and to say, and I would just say like, hey, if she didn't know, that's uncool.
Yeah.
And if you hurt her, you should do the right thing here.
Yeah.
And then leave it at that. But like this, especially just like, because you're basically going to this girl and saying, yeah, he cuckolded you. I
love that word.
That's super. That's potentially super embarrassing.
Yeah. No, it's not good.
Yeah, I'm also kind of taking back everything I said because I now realize that I've been this girl before and I've said nothing. And I was trapped in an elevator with both of these people.
Wait, hang on. Which girl?
I've been the side hoe, not knowing.
By the way, the side hoe is the word that she used. I don't normally speak like
Did you just
that.
call this poor girl a side hoe?
Jack?
Jack, that's not acceptable. No. She's a minor.
Damn it.
It's just 18.
Here's one thing that I want to top it off with. Make sure if you do want to tell this girl, make sure you're doing it for the right reason.
But what's the right reason?
Well, make sure that it's not self-gratifying. Like,
that's what it
look
is.
How hot I am. Look how look, I made your
boyfriend.
I think it's more
clear your conscience thing.
Yes.
But
I think it's more girl power.
Yeah.
By the way, your boyfriend's a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm warning you so you know what you're into.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think
she must know.
She does have a right to know, I think.
Yeah.
But that's not for you to be the one to tell her.
Yeah.
Or just send us where he lives and I'll go beat him up.
There you go.
Also, no, you can't threaten that. You're actually scary.
He's 15.
Well, no. Also, when I threaten that, it's like not as intimidating because I do Pilates. But like you could
kill him.
You could shank a hoe.
Kill him.
How I did it is I found out that this guy had a girlfriend, and I was like, okay,
not my business.
I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't hook up with him at all after that. But like, I wasn't like fully like, oh, I'm gonna ignore all of your text messages or whatever.
Did you guys just cuddle?
Huh?
Did
you
guys,
know
like,
who this is about too, but I'm just not gonna say it out loud. Yeah, and your face just reaction. Yeah. Yeah. And I got trapped in an elevator with them, and it was the most uncomfortable and awkward thing ever. But
wait, you were trapped. You were trapped in an elevator. I wasn't trapped.
I just was going in the elevator. It just was a lot of floors.
Okay, I got
it was like 37 floors. But I don't think I would. I felt awkward and I felt weird, but I think I would honestly have felt more awkward and weird if I had then told her like a couple years ago, by the way, I hooked up with your boyfriend, and then they stayed together and dealt through it. Cause I know for a fact she knows now purely based on like how she's acting and they've gotten past it, but I'd feel so embarrassed if I had like said something.
But also, I mean, we're assuming I have the amazing ability to clear my conscience like that. So you may not have that. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And you kind of also have to deal with the fact that sometimes you're going to make accidental mistakes like this and you're going to feel guilty, but you just kind of have to like live with it.
But unfortunately, that's just the cost of doing business. I mean, like how would she have known unless she quizzed him before and like,
hey, before I suck your dick.
Yeah, where are you from?
Are you in a monogamous relationship?
Okay, not going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Hey, we don't know that they were monogamous.
Yeah.
Or he might have said, "Hey, I have a girlfriend."
Yeah, maybe he said it as he was coming.
Yeah, that's what that might was like. I have a girlfriend.
And she's like, "What?"
Oh my god!
I got a great story, but I can't tell it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. On to the next one.
Hi, Megan. So I'm 21 and I have a sex question. So I've been dating this guy for a couple months. And we just started having sex, and it's really great sex, really good in bed. Chemistry is there, everything's there, except like we're just in bed, and he really likes talking dirty, and I do too. So I'm like, whatever, great. And I think it's sexy, but not when he does it, and it's just so bad. Like it makes me cringe, and I am very upfront, like I'm a very blunt person and I just tell you what's on my mind, but I just can't I don't have the heart to tell him, stop fucking talking in bed because it's turning me the fuck off. Like, I had an ex who did it and it was just so hot and like, he just talks in bed like it's like just like a verbal conversation, like we're just like I'm talking right now, like that's how he like talks. And I'm like, and like stuff he says is just, I just don't like it, and I don't have the heart to tell him like, please stop doing that, because I put myself in his shoes and I was like, if a guy ever told me like, I really don't like when you talk in bed, like, can you stop? I would be fucking mortified, humiliated. So please help. I don't know what to say or how to say it. It's so not sexy. And like, it's great. Everything's great. He's great. Sex is great. It's just like when he starts talking dirty, and it makes me cringe and it turns me off. But please help me figure out what to say to him.
I think you just need to like be kinky one night and get some duct tape and tape his mouth.
I was gonna actually go
That's
there.
100% what I would say.
Or I would just fucking grab him and be like, shut the fuck up, and just and every time he says it, just be aggressive. But yeah,
I would honestly try and play it off as being sexy, like, babe, like let's try this,
other hand,
and like
really
gag
want to
him.
know what he says. I want to hear it.
Me too. Like,
Just,
great job. I can't
like,
even
go down on me,
go.
baby.
Yes, baby. I love it when you
man.
suck my penis.
Yeah,
My
Wow.
penis loves your vagina.
I'm so hard for you.
I am. My penis is hard.
You think he's really clinical?
I don't know why. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Oof.
Ugh.
Dirty talk is a really hard one because like
It hard.
Sorry. Oh my god. If it's the wrong like vibe or atmosphere or chemistry, it's just it can't be worse.
Yeah.
And if it's good, it's good.
It's great. It
Yeah.
can be a complete asset.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is like fully like full
It's just a
body
liability.
cringe.
Get it? Assets and
Assets.
liabilities.
But let me ask you this though: if you were on the other side, wouldn't you want to know?
Well, here's the thing.
Wouldn't you want the other
but-
person to say, "This thing you're doing, I find super unsexy"?
Yes.
In a positive way that isn't
Yes.
like shamey and embarrassing.
It's at first it's gonna be weird because it'll put him in his head a little bit for sure. There's no question about like. Shut up. Like if I had a girl who'd be like, look, it's really
You would
turning.
also
it's
you would
turning
lose
me
your
off.
shit
What do you mean?
if a girl said that to you.
I would make me doubt everything.
You would
about-
literally
yeah, no.
lose your shit. You would 100% lose your shit.
What do you mean lose my shit? I'm just
But hang on. How would you frame it in a way where
Yeah,
you
how would you
wouldn't?
have this
where you
You would
wouldn't
have to
lose
give
your shit?
positive reinforcement
Yes,
to the one
our chemistry is-
specific things that you like that he does use in like dirty talk. If you can or talk to him how you want him to talk to you.
But can't you frame it that way? And
Also,
say
no,
like,
you frame it like you're in 8th grade. Truth or dare. Or I'm sorry,
Oh my
no,
God.
truth.
Play
you
the
just
questions.
go like, what do you not like that I do?
Yeah.
And then he'll say something, and then
I don't
he'll
know.
ask the
That
same
feels
question.
like
Boom.
that feels like something playful that could turn very dark.
I think if you give positive, I think if you can find something that you like in his dirty talk, something, and then be like, I love it when you say this. And then he's like, oh, great. I'm going to like fucking find things that are similar to this because I'm getting positive reinforcement this way. Not like, I don't like these things. I think if you magnify what you like as opposed to what you don't like, but if there's literally nothing he says in dirty talk, then I mean, I maybe you just say you don't like dirty talk in general.
Or just play loud music.
Yeah, isn't that's I think the thing you have to frame it around yourself.
You have to.
You have to, so that way it's not like this is not a deficiency on your side. It's a deficiency
Yeah.
on my
Mhm.
side. It's just like I know I'm weird. I just really don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Because then it's like, oh, I'm good at this, but she doesn't like it. So.
Yeah,
And as
then,
a guy,
yeah,
'cause
and
as
then
a
it's
guy,
not
you wanna
affecting his
flatter.
ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a fragile thing. Like a guy's ego.
It is fragile.
In that kind of
Well,
setting.
that's my question though, because if someone
Yeah.
said it to you, how would you want him to frame it so that you wouldn't?
I'll tell you
be
what, I'm a
upset?
straight up person. It would totally bother me, and I would call Megan and be like, I don't know what to do
I
with
would
my
get
life.
a phone call
What
in
do I do?
0.2
But
seconds.
wouldn't you want to know?
100%. I
Yeah.
want to know, and I'll tell you what, a good week into having sex after that, it would be fine. Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't be awkward anymore, and it would be. I'm also a guy. I like to joke about things that actually
Are
are
serious. Yeah.
self-conscious
Mhm.
things about me. I like to joke about it, and that helps. So it would be, for me, it would be something that I joke about, and
then you'd move past
I would
it.
go over the top to be worse.
Funny.
Yeah, funny
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I honestly though I stick with my first advice and gag him the first time and use that as like being fun, kinky kind of thing, and maybe he'll be super into that, and then you can just like
Ball
fully
gag.
be like, yeah, don't talk, and then that could be the new thing.
Mhm.
But then I think also,
He'll pick up the point, but then be like, "Hey, so you don't like it when?"
yeah.
You say,
Oh God, what if
"No."
he gags her and then all he does is talk? Oh my God. Ugh.
Do you think it's subtle if you walk into the bedroom with like airplane earmuffs?
Oh yes, noise canceling headphones.
Noise canceling.
I like the idea. Do you have a Sonos player? Just increase the volume as you start talking.
What are these? Oh, it's just just to block out you.
Just to block you out. Just like really helping my senses. Good God. Okay, well, let us know how it goes.
I feel like we beat that dead horse.
We did. And the dead horses are boyfriend's dirty talk.
We beat that
dick. What?
Horse. Dirty talk dick.
Dirty horse. Dick. Do we have time for another caller? We're doing Producer's Corner.
It's time for Producer's Corner.
It's time for Producer's Corner. Leo has no idea what Producer's Corner
Not a clue.
is.
Explain.
Producer's Corner is where producer director Jack Ferry picks his favorite call or the most unique call or the call that spoke to him the most this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I generally try to find the person with the best voice.
Best dirty talk or lack thereof.
Hey.
So yeah, let's listen. I'm very curious to hear both of your opinions on this one.
Okay.
Hit it.
Hi, Megan. This is actually a real thing that happened to me. So I got into an argument with a friend of mine who told me that he doesn't like it when his girlfriend gets a massage because she always insists on having a male masseuse. And to him, he feels like it's kind of cheating because she finds the massage very sensual. I kind of found this ridiculous. But then he brought up a good point where, if you're like a foot fetish person and you work in a shoe store, then that's also kind of, you're taking what is a non-sexual act and turning it into a sexual act. And anyway, so he was saying because she finds the massage stimulating, let's say, that he considers it cheating. And I don't think that she finds it stimulating in the same way as the aforementioned person who works in the shoe store. But I kind of see his point, and I was curious, getting the female's perspective on this argument, at what point would a massage cross over into cheating? Let me know your thoughts. Thanks.
You're doing some hand signals there.
Hand gestures.
Leo and I were out doing some matching hand gestures.
Bro, you need to give your woman a massage. That's what you need to do.
Right? Okay. When does it go into the area of cheating? I mean, okay. In my head, I'm like, did you
get massages?
She fucking finish? Funny enough, Mott's and I are literally getting massages tomorrow because it's our anniversary. And when he was booking the appointment, he was like, he was saying on the phone, he's like, oh no, I don't think so. Actually, wait. And then he's like, do you have a gender preference of who does your massage? And I was like, no, I don't care. And he goes, no, it's fine. Like literally, like didn't even cross his mind.
Is it weird for you? Like if he was just like, it needs to be a female massaging.
What
me.
is she going back to the same one? Or is it like the same massage therapist?
Yes.
Well, you know what?
Who she's
then it might be deeper. It might not
obviously
just be the massage.
Spoiler alert, I was the one who made that call.
No way. Leo didn't know.
Oh, Jesus.
I tried to make eye contact with you. I was like, it's
got it. Thank you.
Anyway,
got it.
So yeah, so a friend of mine, his girlfriend was like, she goes to the same massage therapist who she is very attracted to.
No,
that's not okay.
Not okay.
So, but that's my question though, because he is a professional. He never crosses the line.
Yeah.
But
still,
just the fact that she's attracted to him just like triggers my friend.
I mean,
of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
Also, there's something to be said
and also she doesn't take off all of her clothes when she gets the massage.
But
like she leaves her underwear on.
Oh, well, okay. Can't get past those.
Just saying. But I'm saying, but so is that's the difference? If you're attracted to your massage therapist,
that's an interesting conversation.
If you're
that's cheating, then what's the line?
If you're
going, that's my
where
question is where is the line?
I think the whole thing is if you're attracted to somebody who is not your significant other and you feel comfortable going back and seeing them repeatedly, I think that's a bad sign. I think that teeters a line on emotional cheating because you're like, I recognize that you're making me feel things that I shouldn't feel for somebody else who I'm not in a relationship with. And I'm going to keep going back.
I accept that and I'm going to embrace it.
And I'm okay with that. I think that's where it draws the line because it becomes, it doesn't necessarily just become like a sex because they're not having sex, but that to me sounds it's more becoming an emotional relationship. And I think if you just love massages, go for it.
Yes.
And get massages from like whoever you like. But if you're going back to the same person because you're attracted to to them. And
well, no, she's going back to that same person because he gives an amazing massage.
But she happens to also be attracted
She
to him.
mentioned that, yeah, he's really attractive.
I also couldn't, if I got a massage by someone and I was super attracted to him, I would never want to go back again.
No, because a massage in nature is it's a bit sensual.
It is.
I think, it can obviously not be. I go to get Thai massages that couldn't, and it be anything farther from sensual. You get an old Thai lady that's just
like painful.
Yeah, exactly. Because I need it. Yeah. But a massage in general is a bit sensual. You got someone else's hands all over your body,
You oiled up.
Oil all slicked up, right? So if you are attracted to this person, I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's cheating, but yeah, if you're attracted to someone and you are willing to repeatedly put yourself in that situation, choose to put yourself in that position, that shows that maybe you're missing something you want to get out.
So you think it's crossing the line?
I think I wouldn't say it's cheating.
A conversation.
I think it's a conversation.
It's more than a conversation in their relationship.
I mean,
point of contention.
I mean, I wouldn't be
But the counterpoint is, okay, what if you're seeing a therapist? You know how some people, when they start seeing a therapist, there's this thing called transference where sometimes you end up...
you think you have a crush on your
you
therapist.
think you have
with them, yeah.
Right. So that happens...
You're intimate, yeah.
Yeah, and that happens a lot. And then I was like, okay, so if that happens, then is that considered emotionally cheating? Because you're attracted to this person that you're sharing all of your secrets and feelings and...
Because I think...
Do you know what I mean? Like, where do you cross the line? Because obviously the therapist, in the same way of a masseuse, is a pro, isn't going to cross the line, isn't going to do anything sexual.
Yeah.
But you're still spending, time with the person. And I'm just saying, where do you draw that line?
I think because like a masseuse, it's the combination of, right now, going back to the same one, it's the combination of like, there's a huge amount of physicality. And then there's also I think that sounds like emotional cheating. Just because
but you don't think the same thing is true of the therapist?
A therapist? No, because there's no physicality in that. Where I think also there's something that's like, it's not sexy to like talk about your childhood problems. No. And so like there is a sort of companionship.
That's an emotional bonding.
That there's a companionship that you'll feel and like that trust there, but you're never like, you're not oiled up half naked as the person, like where as your therapist is being like, tell me more about your broken childhood as they're like squeezing your ass.
But I also wouldn't go as far as to say that it's actually cheating.
No, I wouldn't say it's actually cheating either.
It is crossing the line. I mean, obviously, any relationship, depending on where your boundaries are, but in my mind, I would definitely not like it if my girlfriend were going back to the same massage therapist, because I'm saying in this hypothetical situation, because she's attracted to him, she keeps going back, which probably isn't the case. She just likes the massage.
She likes the massage.
Yeah, it's one of those
things. It
just
so happens that he's an attractive guy.
But I'll tell you what,
and my friend find it very like triggering to his.
Did she say that she's attracted to him, or he just thinks like
she said
universally he's an attractive guy?
She said she was attracted to him.
Yeah, he's like, is he good looking? And she's like, well, yeah, whatever. And then she's just like, do you think he's attractive? Well, yeah, I mean, he's attractive. Like, are you attracted to him?
Is he gay?
Yes.
Is he gay?
I mean, I don't
know that she knows.
But I don't think that matters.
I don't know that she knows.
No, just the comfortability of saying another guy's attractive.
In my opinion, if it were me, I would.
I don't think she knows. I don't think they don't really know each other that well.
I would say you need to find a different massage therapist.
That's what I would say
if it's hurting your relationship that much, I don't think that
it's not worth sacrificing your relationship for a massage
character
therapist.
Flaw in your friend. I don't think at all. I don't think that it's like his issue to overcome. I think that's a legitimate concern.
Yeah.
Might be being a bit paranoid.
Yeah.
But at the same time, based on
but
what you're telling me.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Counterpoint. If you went in to get a massage and the masseuse was female and you were instantly attracted to her, would you be like, nope, sorry, I need a new masseuse?
Yes, because men are weak. I mean, honestly, like, here's the other thing.
It.
like I am completely faithful, but I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I could.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
Fail. I'm just not going to because
Good for you,
I
man.
like this. No, seriously, if I walk
I would be
in,
way too embarrassed. Sorry, I find you attractive. I need
need
someone
you to
else.
leave.
I mean, just guys in general, we are weak creatures, and so if I've made this decision, I'm not going to put myself in a position to where this is an option.
That's what I would say. And as a girl, I also think that rings true. And that's where if you're going back to the same situation where you find this person attractive and you know that you're getting excited because they give a great massage, but there's something like, oh, he's also super sexy and I like the fact that he's touching my body, and you're okay with that like excitement and feeling of that and going back to that.
Yeah.
That for me is the same thing. I would never put myself in that situation.
Yeah.
I'd be like if there's like a fucking super hot trainer at a gym and you're like a straight guy, I'm like, one time I'll do your class, never fucking again.
Yeah.
Never a fucking again.
And
because
it's not because you don't trust yourself.
No.
It's because also in my mind, it's disrespectful to the
how I
person
feel.
I'm being
I feel
with.
guilty
Whether
for
they
no
know about
reason.
it or not, I feel guilty because I'm being pulled in a certain direction, and that's not fair to them.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And I feel like it's misleading to both parties.
Because also there's a difference between a pure physical attraction and emotional attraction. And that physical attraction, you can cut that off. You just walk away, just turn around and just beat feet, you're done.
God, wow. I really didn't think I was going to agree with your friend at the beginning.
I've grown from this conversation.
Me too.
I'm a little bit, you kind of convinced me, to be honest.
I know. I was very much on the girl's side for the beginning of this
For
call.
me, it was when she keeps going back to him and she says she is attracted to him.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a
Again,
statement.
I don't think that's the reason she goes back to him. I think he just gives a great massage.
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
also,
a bit. It's
a
a
ton
bit
of
in your
people give
face.
great massages.
I was just gonna say
Like,
there's a lot of great massages out there, and I know a Thai lady down the street that gives great massages. And
Happy
I'm not
endings?
attracted to her.
Oh, no.
Well, we have reached the end.
Oh, Leo.
This is emotional.
Are you
I
gonna
had
cry?
so much fun, guys.
I'm so glad.
You were a great guest.
I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun.
Come back.
I would love to come
I mean,
back.
you're here all
I'm
the
here
time.
at your house all the time. And I'm about to go eat some brownies.
Yeah, you are. I did make brownies. So people can check you out on, oh God. Okay. This is what I would say. I really love your social handles because I think
it's
hold
a question,
on.
It's a call and a response. Yeah.
Also, did you know that? Because I think I told you that last year, 2 years ago, whatever, how long we know each other. I told you that and I was like, was this on purpose? And you're like, oh no, your Instagram is who is Leo and his Twitter is I am Leo.
It was completely unintentional.
That's great.
But it works out great. And it's
Unintentional.
very pretentious.
It is.
I love it.
So you guys can find him there. You guys can also watch us on Hulu on Freakish.
Freakish.
Season 2. You can binge all of season 1.
Both of us are making out with random people.
They're not random people. They know them from season 1.
That's true. I mean, I just in this conversation you talk about mods. I'm talking about my
Oh
girlfriend.
yeah,
so it's like
we both.
random people.
You can watch us make out with people who
we're
are not our
talking about.
significant
We're like,
others.
yeah, massage. It's cheating. Yet we're making out with people. It's cheating.
I have like Melvin
Come here,
Gregg
suck my
grabbing
face.
my boobs, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not cheating though, because I got paid.
And the
I'm
camera
a
was
prostitute.
rolling.
Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you want to give your feedback on any of the calls, or if you are a caller from this episode, and you want to give us an update or an update from a previous episode, or if you have just things in your life that you would like some advice on, you can leave a voicemail at the number 310-694-0976. Again, that number is 310-694-0976. We would love to hear your thoughts on the episode on Twitter. And if you're an international caller, Jack is nodding because I did exactly what he wanted me to do, which is talk about international callers. If you're an international caller, shout out to you in various countries that aren't America, who probably have better presidents, but you don't call them presidents. Prime Minister. Okay, I don't know. You guys can leave a voice memo, just record it on your phone and email it to meganpodcast@gmail.com. Again, all of the same sort of suggestions on how to leave your voicemail apply. Keep it under, what did we say?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Let's say like 2 minutes, guys. Let's say
Great idea.
Let's say under 2 minutes.
Spare us the extraneous details.
Yeah, but give us
as
the
much
raunchy
context.
details are
We
important.
love the raunchy details. Tell us when
But I
you
don't
suck
need
a
to know
dick,
names
but I
and-
don't need to know. Yeah. But we
How
like
it
that.
makes you feel.
Shut the fuck up. You're the worst. Yeah, we would love to hear from you guys. And we will see you in 2 weeks. And
bye.
Bye. Don't Blame Me is a production by me, produced and directed by Jack Ferry, associate producer Melissa DeMons, edited by Melissa DeMons, post-production sound by Chris Henry, and music by Giacomo Picasso and Ryan Hunter. I will see you guys in 2 weeks, and don't blame me if your life bursts into flames before then.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all, I'm JJ.
Hey, guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.